What's up everyone? Welcome once again to the channel. I feel like it's been forever since I've been here. Okay, it's only been 7 days. I'm being a little bit dramatic, but I'm not used to stepping away from my channel for such a long time. And you best believe I have a great reason to come back because it was the finals of Miss World Philippines 2024, and today we're going to be talking about it. First of all, I want to say I am so sad and so sorry that I couldn't attend the finals in person because I was going through a couple of things, and then the next day I had like a trip planned, so it was kind of like not the best timing for me. But that doesn't mean that I haven't been paying attention. Today we're going to be talking about the full Q&A performance of the girls. You know that this is my favorite part of any pageants. I love to analyze, give my 2 cents, my little grain of salt. And on the following video, we're going to analyze the full performance of the main winner, of course, Krishna Gravides, our Miss World Philippines 2024. I do have a lot to say on that, so stay tuned for that video. For the time being, if you enjoyed this analysis, go ahead and drop a like on the video, subscribe, share, leave a comment. You already know all the things that help the channel, so go ahead and do that. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright everyone, ready or not? Here we go. Q&A. You know, can we just take a moment to appreciate the stage of Miss World Philippines 2024? I know that this is not the video for that, but I just want to highlight it because honestly, they upgrade from previous editions up until now. Especially that pageant fans like to say that Miss World is a boring pageant and here in the Philippines, the production is lacking and whatnot. Look, this is really a step in the right direction. Very, very right direction. I want more of this. Congratulations to the entire team.
May we call on Quezon Province, Maria Andrea E. Endicio.
It's Quezon Province. Alright, pressure is
And
on.
we have, of course, our dashing assistant with a poll.
So
Please
now,
pick.
these are the name of the judges that will be asking you the question. So, who will be your judge?
Miss Tina Cuevas, philanthropist, hotelier, and socialite.
Alright.
Hello.
Good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening. What will be your definition of kindness? Good luck.
Your definition of kindness.
for me is having a heart to help without expecting for anything in return. Kindness is something that comes from you naturally. It is something that you give without stopping, and it's something that you give from your deepest part of your soul. And I think kindness is what we need for us to attain peace in this world. Thank you.
Alright. I mean,
For us to attain peace in this world. Thank you.
alright, so that was a pretty good answer. Very cute, very short, sweet, and straight to the point. I do think though that she beat around the bush a little bit too much. You know, kindness is. Give us something else. Otherwise, it's a very simple, linear, one sentence type of answer. You know, one sentence at a time, and the sentence is the same structure every single time. I don't know. It is effective. It does get the job done, but also this is the stage of Miss World Philippines. You know, a pageant that is known for substance and com skills in one of the biggest pageant countries in the world. So the bar is a little bit high, and I don't know if this was enough. I just think the answer could have given us a little bit more. All right, now Miss Cavite is saying her prayers as she should.
Thank you. Maria, please do the honors.
By the way, she's coming fresh all the way from Miss Universe Philippines. So this girl, I feel like she should be in really good form to fight for this crown because, you know, she's been in the pageant mood, pageant vibe for a couple of months at this point.
Judge is Filipino professional boxer and Olympic champion, current IBF and IBO and IBF Intercontinental Superweight Featherweight Champion of the World with 19 wins and 0 losses, Mr. Charlie Suarez.
Where do you get your strength from?
Huh?
Repeat. Where do you get your strength from?
Where do you get your strength from? Okay, the question is not very clear, but yeah, that's what he's saying.
Strength from.
Thank you very much, Sir Charlie.
I get my strength from my family. I grew up with an amazing family. They're here today on both sides of the arena. And they taught me a lot about kindness and growing up helping out in my community. And that's what I did at Crips foundation teaching girls music, and that's what I want to preach to others, is that you can spread kindness and you don't have to have a loving family. You don't have to grow up well and privileged to spread kindness to the world. And if we are able to keep that motto within us, we'll have a better world. Thank you.
All right, you know what? I'm actually very proud of Dia. I think that she handled that question very well. In fairness, okay, it's a very simple question. Where do you get your strength from? And it's also a very simple answer. She gave something that is quite obvious, talking about her family, getting the strength from them, and, having them rooting for her in the audience. But at the same time, I feel like it's something universal. Like most people can relate to that. And I say the most because she also took the time to address those who don't have a loving family and don't have that privilege and don't have, these things that sometimes help us, that sometimes help us go further. So I still appreciate that honesty within the answer. She brought it back to her advocacy as well, and she did mention as well kindness. So if you ask me, I think that she covered pretty much all the ground that there was to cover with this particular question. Simple yet effective. All right.
And may we call up on stage Pangindia.
My dear, go deliver your question.
All
All
right.
right.
And the judge would be
All right, so if I recall properly, this girl ended as a first runner-up during the previous edition of Miss World Philippines. So of course, the stake is really high for her. There's a lot, on the edge that she is risking at this moment, because we all know once you join a pageant, you always want to do better than the previous time. So the only way for her to do better is to win, or at least to get a crown.
Chief Sales and Marketing Officer of Banyan Tree, Manila Bay.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Do you think global warming poses a real threat to mankind and the planet Earth? Why?
These are Miss
or
Earth
why
questions.
not?
Definitely. I think global warming does harm to us humans. And if we do not take action as early as today, then we might live in a world that is full of harm to our children, to the future generation. So I think it's really important that we take action today. Thank you.
Okay. As I said, I feel like this is more of Miss Earth question. Did she answer the question? Kind of. I feel like for the most part, she did provide what was expected, but also I would have loved to hear some actions that we can do for, to combat climate change, because she mentioned, yes, of course, climate change is real and is affecting us, and we need to fight it to provide, a better future for our children. And we have to do that through actions. Yeah, but what actions, right? If you're given this platform for you to express yourself and spread a message, you might as well spread the whole message. And it's not like the answer was so lengthy that you didn't have time to finish it. I feel like there was ample time for her to add a little bit more. Short and sweet still lacks a little bit of substance for me to like this answer and be like, you know what, this is a home run. I feel like there is still room for more expanding, more explaining. Just add something else to make it more bonga, all right? Let's go. Miss Starluck, Jasmine, oh my!
Pick your judge.
Fan favorite.
All right. Ooh, all right. Miss Laura Lemon, Miss World Philippines 2017.
All right.
Hello, candidate. Hi, Miss Laura. Hello. Okay, so your question is, if you were asked to come up with your own slogan to promote the Philippines, what would it be and why? If I would come up with a slogan for the Philippines, it would have to be still choose the Philippines. I would give you many reasons why we Filipinos always come out on top in a community, in a setting, in an international world. And this is the reason why is because we're always so happy to each other. We're very related to a lot of people from our experiences, and we drew that strength from within because we know we are the second happiest country in the world. Thank you.
Ooh, grabe. I love the slogan. Still choose the Philippines. We know that there was a whole controversy this year about, the slogan for the tourism department for the Philippines, Love the Philippines. Some people thought it's just too simple, it doesn't make sense. But then when you listen to the explanation of it, it actually has a powerful message. And I feel like this is also a very powerful message. Still choose the Philippines. The still kind of gives me vibes that no matter what happens, you will always still choose the country. And also, I love her approach to explaining it because she also includes Filipinos. You know, very often when we talk about tourism, we think about foreigners coming to the country and how they will explore and experience the culture and the people and the places and all the things that the country has to offer. But the tourism and the country, the Philippines, should also be enjoyed by Filipinos. It's literally their country. Like, come on now. So I love that she has this approach that is very like still the Philippines, like unconditional love and support towards the country, and also pretty much offering the Philippines to the Filipinos, and of course, our guests, the foreigners, and everyone who wants to visit the country. So, I love this. I mean, very unique, and I'm surprised that she was able to come up with something so witty right off the bat. So, Miss Jasmine Omay, the legend that you are, girl. Miss
Will be coming
Pampanga.
from the Chief Operating Officer of Aqua Boracay, Mr. Carlo Call.
Aqua Boracay is sponsoring everyone, huh?
Hello,
Good evening, sir.
good evening. So, do you want to be different or do you want to belong? Please explain.
As someone who experienced being neglected and ignored, I want to experience the sense of belongingness, and that's my beauty with a purpose, empowering the indigenous people. So I want to champion the sense of belongingness. Indeed, no one deserves to be left behind and being neglected. Thank you.
You know what? I can't be mad at this answer because whether she chooses one or the other, do you want to be different or do you want to belong? It's okay. It's just about how you defend the answer and how you justify it. I will say though, I wish she would have explained a little bit further. She would have expanded more on why she wants to belong. Again, you can pick one or the other. There's no controversial answer. You can choose to belong or just be unique, be yourself, be different. She kind of, it seems like she was kind of in a hurry to plug the beauty with a purpose advocacy. And of course, sometimes that is good within the answer to remind people of why you're there and your purpose and the reason why you're putting yourself through this whole experience. But also, by doing that, sometimes it comes across as so planned and so rehearsed. I'm not saying that her answer is rehearsed. I'm saying that it seems a little bit forced. She was pushing too much for the advocacy too soon. Imagine if she was to pick, I want to belong, because growing up, I didn't have this sense of belonging. I felt different and I felt like an outcast because of this, and this. And because of that feeling during my childhood or my teenage dreams, today I have founded this Beauty with a Purpose advocacy to include indigenous people, because similar to what I had before, they're going through this and this and that. And you can kind of like bring your advocacy into organically without having to go from I want to belong, because just like my Beauty with a Purpose, like there has to be a smooth transition. It can't be the answer and by the way this is my advocacy. Like, come on now, we need to blend the lines a little bit more. Other than that, I mean, not much to criticize. I just wish it was smoother, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, Miss B. Cole, we love her.
She wants to daw. Check.
I remember her from Binibini. Grabe.
Alright. Your judge is Miss Daisy Reyes Tobias. Binibini Pilipinas World 1996.
Ooh.
Miss Bicol Region, kumusta ka?
Good evening po. I'm feeling really nice today. Thank you.
Smile.
Cute.
My question to you
Smile.
is, what is more important to you? A successful career or a happy family?
Oh, tricky.
Thank you for the question. I would like to believe that charity and love is fostered in the family. And I believe no one will be successful in their careers without a good family. So I'd always choose a happy and loving family, because when I have my family, I know I will go places.
Ooh, okay. This was a little bit of a tricky question, I have to be honest, and I am so proud of my girl because she pulled it off beautifully. Think about the question, okay? Would you pick a successful career or a family, a loving family? And the reality of it is that, similar to the previous question, it doesn't matter how you answer this question, it is okay. You are entitled to have your own opinion, your own feeling, to, approach this as you want, because people want different things from life. Some of them really just want to focus on their family, some just want to focus on their career. And both truths can coexist. Now, because this is kind of a tricky subject and it doesn't matter where you position yourself, you will kind of be pulled from one side or the other by those who don't agree with you. I think that she was very clever in taking the route that is common to everyone. The Philippines is a very conservative country still. It's a very religious country as well. So she went with something that hits the values of the people, what people believe, what is essentially common to most people in the country. And that is having a loving and supportive family that will be there and that will be your focus, what you will give most of your time and nourish. And then, because you have already that support system, you will also be able to succeed in your career. So if you notice, she didn't necessarily compromise for one or the other. She did pick the side of the family, but she hinted at the fact that by having a strong and solid base with your family, you can also become a successful business person or professional or whatever you want to call it. So perfect approach. So far, one of the best Q&A answers, in my humble opinion. Another one of the comeback queens from MUPH.
And your question will be coming from actress, singer, and dance endorser, the most timeless beauty,
Sana
Miss
all.
Sunshine Cruz.
Good evening, Patricia. Here's my question. If you were given a chance to be the president of the country for
political.
1 week, name three
Political.
things that you would want to accomplish within that time.
Okay, I'm gonna give Patricia some props here before she even answers. I don't know what she's gonna say, by the way, but we are going the political route. This is not always the best thing, so I wonder how she's going to tackle this.
Things that you would want to accomplish within that time.
Three things that I would want to accomplish is definitely one, going back to my advocacy, which is inclusive education for those with disabilities. And two, I would build more opportunities of equality for women and those who feel marginalized based on their identity. And three, I would also give back to the underdeveloped communities of the Philippines so that we could build more schools in those areas. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. So she managed to pull it off. As I said, political questions are never easy. If you slip, girl, you can literally get half of the country on your back. All right. So Miss Batangas or Miss Hawaii, depending how you know her, very good job. Now I'm going to say the delivery of the answer per se is not the most elaborate. It's almost like a PowerPoint presentation. 1, 2, 3. There was definitely room for better transitions from one point to the other and to kind of better explain the answers. I feel like she limited herself to just mentioning the bullet points of what she wanted to, bring into the answer rather than explaining it and expanding. That, in my opinion, would have definitely helped to make this a little bit more impactful. But regardless, the structure of it was there, the answer was there, the substance of it was there, and most importantly, she did not slip when it comes to the political question. So, applause. All right. Oh, Miss Manila. Come on now.
Your question will be coming from
Hui.
President of House Foods Group Asia Pacific, Mr. Suichiro Ito.
All right, let's see how she's gonna handle this.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think he's a little nervous.
My question to you will be, should pageant queens take an active stance regarding the country's political affairs? Why or why not?
In terms of political stance, Queens are given a large platform to express their opinions, to express their thoughts on what would be better for the country. So in terms of politics, I say we should use the platforms we are given to make a voice, to make a change for our country that we oh so love. Thank you.
All right, Miss Manila. She also got a political question, and I think she stayed kind of neutral when it comes to her approach. Yes, she did mention that beauty queens should position themselves, when it comes to political matters for their community and for the improvement, for the betterment of the communities around them, right? But at the same time, she didn't really mention anything like a specific side, which I think is the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, beauty queens, at least in the Philippines, that is a reality in this country, beauty queens are public figures. And when you have a political inclination or a political agenda that you are pushing on people, you are no longer a neutral figure. You alienate a part of the crowd. So I think beauty queens, personally, should focus on the things that are important for the entire community and the things that should improve and enhance the experience of the entire community, rather than picking a side and then becoming like a polarizing figure. Remember, also beauty queens work for organizations that sometimes have their own political inclinations. So in a way, the beauty queen cannot become a polarizing figure within the organization or within the community. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know in the comment section down below. But that is my approach to beauty queens and beauty pageants and politics. All right. Miss Baguio City, Krishna Gravides. All right, let's go.
Or shall I call you Maria Clara tonight?
I love what she's
Your
wearing.
judge
Beautiful.
is Mr. World 2022, Kirk Bondan.
Ooh.
Hi,
Hi.
this is your question. Should inclusivity be a top priority among pageants? Yes or no? Explain your answer. Once again, should inclusivity be a top priority among pageants?
Pageantry is a platform where we express ourselves as women and men, and I feel like this is a great platform for us to promote our advocacies, the causes that we're fighting for, and the things that we love. So I think that in a world where evolving, I think we as humans should evolve too. Thank you.
Ooh, Krishna! My girl definitely just dodged a bullet. Honestly, I don't know what it is about Krishna. She has this luck, this like magnet that just attracts this type of questions about inclusivity and about, the community and stuff like that. If you guys remember, that was also her experience at Miss Universe Philippines when she last competed, and she ended with the title of Miss Charm. But I think, honestly, this time around, Krishna approached this a lot better. Because, again, I feel like this question maybe was kind of like hinting at her previous answer in the past. But this time around, she took the route of focusing on what's important. Pageantry is a platform for both men and women to express themselves and talk about things that are important to them and to their communities. And just like pageants do evolve over time, so do we. So we have to evolve as well, keep up with the times, basically. That's what she's saying. I think that she presented it beautifully. In the beginning, I could feel Krishna kind of thinking about the answer and how she was going to approach this. But honestly, I feel like life gave her lemons and Krishna made lemonade. Not just any lemonade, she made it juicy and sweet and tasty. Because we all remember the backlash that she received last time when she competed at Miss Universe Philippines. And this time around, I feel like Krishna still stayed true to her vision, but at the same time acknowledging that the same way that pageantry evolves over time, we as organization, contestants, fans, whatever it is, we also have to evolve and become more inclusive, more accepting, more embracing of anyone who wants to have access to this platform. There, I said it. That's the best I can put it. Good job, Krishna. I'm very proud.
May we call on Dr. Robert Michael Gann, Executive Board Director of GAOC Group of Companies.
Hi, Nikki.
Hello, good evening.
Here's your question. What would you tell a young girl who is suffering from low self-esteem?
I would tell her to be kind to herself. I was once a girl with low self-esteem. I had no confidence. I was struggling with my mental health. Everyday living was hard. But I told myself that I can do better, that I deserve better, that I know that I am capable of so much more, and that I am enough. And since then, I was able to build myself up. Because of that, I found my purpose, which is the provision of clean water to communities and inspiring people to reach their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you.
Grabe naman! This was the perfect way to end the Q&A round for Miss World Philippines. I feel like this answer was just perfect in the structure, the execution, the substance of it. She mentioned so many different layers in how the girl should be kind to herself in order to see her own worth, her own value, and she kind of supported the answer with her own experience, which I think it gives it a different layer. It gives you like a certain credibility since you have been through the struggle yourself. And I just love her delivery, the way that she speaks, so calm, so confident, with so much eloquence. Honestly, one of my favorite answers. If I have to pick very, very quickly, some of my favorite answers of the night, I will say definitely Jasmine Omai. Miss Biko, most definitely. Krishna, I think she handled that question beautifully. And perhaps the girls who were also giving political questions. Those are not easy, and I think everyone handled it so well. In the end, my heart is happy because I got everything that I wanted from this type of competition. You know, Q&A is my favorite segment of pageantry, and I expect a lot from a Miss World Philippines competition. All of the girls brought their A game. Some more than others, but still, it was very consistent all across the board. Now is your time. Go ahead and let me know how do you feel about this Q&A portion in the comment section down below. I will be reading you and replying to as many of you as I possibly can. Hit the like button on this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend. And stay tuned because on my next video, I will analyze our Miss World 2024 Krishna Gravides full performance during finals. Love you guys and see you on the next one.